Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about 5 reasons why God has you isolated. Because sometimes we don't understand why we need to be isolated and why we need to be taken from certain situations that we're in. So I'm going to be talking about some of my examples, my personal examples, and why I truly believe this and why I know this. So let's just jump into it. And I have my iPad here, so I'm gonna be looking back and forth with my iPad. Number 1, preparation for a greater purpose. So when God takes you from a specific place in your life, a specific area, or takes you away from people, it's because He's preparing you for something bigger, something you haven't imagined yet. Or maybe you're just taking too long to move from that place in your life. Leave that job, leave that relationship, leave that house, apartment, whatever. You're taking too long, and He needs to do it for you. Because if He didn't, you would still be wanting to be there. For example, God has recently stripped me from everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. I left my job. I got out of a relationship that I thought was like, I thought that relationship was everything I needed in life. Like, I was so in love. I was so happy, which we don't really know what happiness is until you find God. When you find God, then you will know what happiness is, because everything we think is happy, we know nothing. Happiness is with God, and I know that now. But He took me from that relationship. I was devastated. I didn't know what was going on. He took me from my home that I was so comfortable living in. He took me from that, and He just transformed everything. He transformed everything, and I just didn't know why. I felt so alone. I was so depressed. I was mentally just going through it, and I just couldn't understand until something in me just told me, pray to God. Pray to God and you will get your answers. Like, just pray to Him and you will get your answers. And I prayed. And mind you, during this time, I did not pray. It was like over a year the last time I prayed. I was not with God. I was not focused on God. I was not reading a Bible. I was not praying. I wasn't talking to Him. I wasn't thanking Him. Well, I would talk to Him, but it would be in little moments where I'm like, okay, God, thank you for what I have. Or if I'm scared, like, God, protect me. Like, selfish things like that. And it was when I prayed that I realized, oh my God, I have been so disconnected from God that the stuff that I was so focused on wasn't even for me. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me at all. At all. It was not for me. So when I started praying and really talking to God, because I hit rock bottom, y'all, I was on my last straw. Literally, like, my last, I was just on my last everything, y'all. I couldn't do anything. Like, I was down bad. I was down bad. And when I started praying, I don't know, something just came over me like, yeah, you need to pray more. You need to do what you gotta do. You need to lock in with yourself. You really need to lock in, and you need to get out of this delusion of a life that you had that's not for you. Because the life that I was living, it was not beneficial to me. I thought it was, but it really wasn't. And the relationship, it was too codependent. My light just died, guys. Sorry, my light just died, so the lighting is a little off. But like I was saying, the relationship was too codependent. We depended on each other for everything. I wake up, as soon as I wake up, I'm calling him. He's calling me. Like, I'm brushing my teeth. He on the phone. And then we worked together. Like, we were just too codependent. Like, we did everything together, and it just caused us to slowly just hate each other. But like, neither one of us really wanted to say nothing. Like, we just didn't. Like, we was just together because we thought we were in love, which now that I see, that's not love. Like, the stuff we would go through, that's not love. And it just wasn't love. But yeah, like, my home, I needed a change of environment. That environment, it just wasn't for me anymore. And if I would have stayed there, if God wouldn't had made certain things happen, I would have still stayed there. The job I was working, extremely toxic. I'm crying. I'm stressed out. I'm depressed. I'm going through all this, and something just came over me, and I quit. I quit the job. I left. I couldn't do it anymore. And as I'm going through all these things, I'm just like, what is going on? What is going on with my life? Like, I don't know what's going on. Why is God putting me through this? Like, why is this happening to me? I'm thinking of it like it is a bad thing. I'm not seeing all the good things that is coming from it. And a lot of things came from it. A relationship I lost that I thought that I held with high standards, y'all. Like, I held that relationship with high standards. Like, nobody can tell me nothing about that relationship. When he stripped that relationship from me, I blossomed a new relationship, not another romantic relationship, but with my family. I blossomed another relationship, and that brought me to where I am today. So boom, number 2, healing. You need to heal, because we all know when we're in these toxic environments, when we're in these places that we don't want to leave, we can't heal. Sometimes we don't even know we need healing until God removes us and we see that was not for us. When he removes you and you see all the bad things you're doing, all the bad things, it's crazy. Like, God will show you everything that's not for you. Like, you just have to want to know. And you're being put in this isolation period because you will not know unless you're isolated. Because that's how far gone we be with life. Like, we be so far gone with life that we start thinking about this, that, and men, women, money, things like that. Like, we need to heal. You need to heal. That's why you're isolated. And it's not easy. It's not easy. I had many nights crying. I had many nights wondering what's going on with my life. So yes, it's not easy at all. But God never said it's supposed to be easy. If it was easy, we wouldn't learn anything. We wouldn't have to use our minds. We wouldn't have to figure out things. We wouldn't have to understand things. If it was so easy. Number 3, spiritual growth. You're not close enough for God. You're not. You don't talk to him unless you want something. You don't pray. You don't understand it. You may have a really bad relationship with him because you don't know what he's doing. You may be going through something so bad to you that you don't even realize the blessing he's giving you. You don't even see all your other blessings because you're so focused on this one negative thing that's not for you. And you don't even realize that because you're so far gone. You're so far gone with social media. And social media is just not it. Like, I don't even have Instagram. I don't have TikTok. Like, I have accounts, but I don't be on there. Like, I'm always deleting my social medias because it's just too much. You're seeing all these other people's lives and you think that they live this perfect life, and they don't. They don't. They're posting this because they feel like, oh, I need to keep up with this. I'm in competition with this person. And that's their lives. That's what's driving them. Is being in competition with others and not themselves. The only person you need to be in competition with is yourself. Because God has what he has for you. There's no changing that. There's no changing that. You just have to come to the realization that everything that you thought was important is not for you. So like I said before, when you're taking too long to realize these things, God has to strip it for you. And I'm guilty. I'm one of those people that take too long to realize something isn't for me. And that's something I'm really working on, because it hurts really bad when something is just taken from you, and you do not understand. Because I can be honest, the first thing that comes to your head is not, oh, it's because God. That's not the first thing. The first thing that comes to your thought is a negative thought. And that's what the devil wants. That's what he wants. He wants people to get in depression, to have anxiety, to feel sad about themselves, to want to harm themselves. That's what he wants. So your first thought is going to be a negative thought, and it's up to you to realize that and get close to God and understand that you need to pray those demons away. You have to pray those demons away. And God will help you. God is always here. He's always here for us. He's always going to want to help us. He's always going to want to show us the right way. He doesn't want nothing bad for us. He doesn't want us to suffer. But sometimes we have to suffer to come to our realization of things. We have to suffer to understand certain things. And I'm really realizing that. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing that life is life. Life is not a little fairy tale. And life is what you make it. And God wants you to have a good life. God wants you. God is love. That's what God is. If you don't know that, God is love. Number 4, certain people cannot come with you. cannot follow you to your path. They're not meant to be in your path. That is why you are in your isolation period, because those people cannot come with you. If you were not in your isolation period, you will still want them people with you. You will still want them people in your circle. You will still want those people feeding off your energy. You will still be depressed. You will still be feeling bad, still questioning your life, you will still be so focused on what they got going on that you're not realizing you need to be focused on what you have going on. And that's what I'm realizing as each day go by. The people that God has stripped from my life, they're not meant to follow me. They're not meant to go where I go. I'm not meant to go where they go, because it's not for me. Everything that is for you, God will give you. God will give you. And also, if you're not with God, if your faith isn't faithful, fruitful, you will not see that the devil will send things to you. He will make it all perfect looking, all shiny looking, all great looking, all great feeling. He will make you feel so good. And that's the thing that's not for you. But he won't tell you that, obviously, because he wants you to feed in. He wants you to give in. He wants you to still be with this person. He wants you to still be at that job. He wants you to still do what you're doing so you don't progress, so you don't live your great life. I'm sorry that I keep looking like it's, I'm still getting used to looking at the camera. But that's what the devil wants. You have to pray over your body every day. You have to pray for your protection. And God will protect you. That's what God is for. He's for our protection and for our greater good. Number 5. Everything is not what it seems. Everything is not what it seems. And when God strips you from those situations, from everything that you once loved, it's to show you that it's not what it seems. You may want to stay where you are because you feel comfortable. And being comfortable is not growth. Being comfortable, you're not going to grow. You're going to want to stay just right there because you're comfortable. And feeling uncomfortable is very hard. Where I'm at right now, I'm still getting used to it. But I'm praying and I'm seeing where I need to be seeing. I've been wanting to start my YouTube channel for years. In the place I was at, I would have never started it because I was so focused on things that was not for me. I was so busy working in that job, I didn't have time. I would come home, I would be so sad, be so stressed out, and I would just be consumed with this man, with my relationship. I would just be so consumed with it. I was just so obsessed with it. And I wouldn't want to do anything for myself. I wouldn't want to do anything for myself at all. And me taking myself out of that situation, well, God taking me out of that situation, made me realize that wasn't what I thought it was. It wasn't giving what I thought it was giving. And I can see clearly. I can see that clearly now because I'm removed. God has removed me. And I'm accomplishing my goals now. I'm doing my YouTube. Yes, I'm starting late. I could have started 3-4 years ago. But my time is now. And what I idolized, for what I idolized as being great for me, good for me. I was being stagnant. I wasn't moving. I wasn't growing. I was kind of leveling down. And it's just, it wasn't good. So I suggest breathing, praying to God, and taking things one day at a time, but not drowning in sorrow over your isolation period. You don't need friends right now. You don't need a relationship right now. You need to lock in and you need to get yourself together, because obviously you're a mess. I'm just going to be real. Obviously you're a mess, or you would not be in this isolation period. You are a mess and you need to get yourself together. You need to heal. You need to get closer to God. And you need to do what you got to do for your life, because nobody else is going to do it for you. The days you spend crying over what you don't have anymore is days you could be looking at what you're blessed to have, what you do have, all your new blessings to come, and what you have now. And it's all because of God, and God will give you peace. He is peace. He is love. Like I promise you, like he will give it to you. You just have to want it, and you have to take it. You have to take it. So that concludes this video. I hope these 5 reasons on why you are in your isolation period helped you, because that's what I'm here for. So I'll catch you guys in my next video.